Hello, everyone. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. It's a fresh start throughout the league here in Week 1 as these two teams have high hopes for the season ahead. It's the Bears going up against the Lions.
All right, Larry, EA Sports coverage of the NFL sends us to the state of Michigan as we are inside Ford Field in downtown Detroit. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Chicago Bears and the Detroit Lions. That's fielded in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. They begin with a run by Miller. And nothing doing on his first run. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. Well, a well-executed blitz, no doubt. Great job by the linebacker. Maybe the quarterback, if he could have seen that, could have audibled there.
Yeah, he needed to be in a different play because that one just meshed perfectly for the defense. All the gaps were filled except for the one the offense really wanted to run through, and that was filled by a big man wanting to make a tackle.
And he made a great tackle. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And he's going to be out of bounds up around the 45-yard line. That one goes for 24 yards. That's a matchup maybe they go back to their outer third of the field as this game continues.
Yeah, I think back to my high school coach, John Ford. He used to say when we got big plays early in a game or good plays, he'd always say, foul it away, lad, foul it away, because he'd want to come back to it later in a key situation. They may come back to this one a little more often than that.
Didn't he say laddie or did he say lad?
Yeah, just depending on what he was feeling at the moment.
Okay, I thought that was the guy you told me about. He used to say laddie a lot.
Laddie, when you heard laddie, he was usually in a pretty good mood. Lad,
The completion good for 3, and it's second down.
Watch it now, Barney, Barney.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
That one didn't quite make it to the target, but that's not always a function of the strength of the arm of the quarterback, is it? Sometimes there's just too much pressure there. In any case, the ball doesn't arrive.
Hurry up, here we go. Green. Detroit, Detroit. Over. Gun.
They're going to look to throw. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A pickup of 24 on the third down conversion.
Set. Blue landed. Watch it now, Barney.
They go play action here on first down. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. And the pocket's been protected pretty good here so far on the opening drive.
We always talk about confidence in runners and catchers and quarterbacks. How about the protection detail? They're not allowing anyone near the guy throwing the football.
And the offense still has a couple plays to go to pick up the first on 2nd down and 3. They'll drop to throw. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Eddie Vanderdoes breaking through to get him for a loss of 7. The 7th play now of this opening drive. This is 3rd and long, though.
Now let's go. All right, now. Go. Watch it now, Barney.
Back to throw. Buying time to his left. His throw caught right around the 6. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 to the 5-yard line. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. And the 8th play on this drive coming up. They'll try and run for it with Miller. And he's going to take it in for a Lion touchdown. A great effort there. A 5-yard touchdown run. And the Lions take it right down and score on the opening drive. It's up, it's good, and the Lions lead 7-0. The punter Pinion now to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage.
All right, here we go. 3-19. Watch it now. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Look, watch it now. All right, not Philly.
Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Not much happening there on first down.
Thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
Decent chunk of yardage still left here. 2nd and 7. Now back to throw. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, you know, I mean, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
So they're still at the original line of scrimmage here. 2nd down and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation. They'll set up a throw. And he fires one, but incomplete.
As my dad used to tell me all the time, when you're getting ready to play a big-time game, especially when you have one going into a dome setting, better strap it up tight because that crowd can really affect things.
Especially on 3rd downs like the one we just saw there with the incompletion. Now let's see how the offense still out there. They elect to go on 4th and 11. They're going to try and throw. And this is incomplete. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And that will force a turnover on downs. Well, that, my friend, I guess is the definition of a head-scratcher. 4th and long, this stage of the game. What were they doing?
I just have to believe that he looked at the situation, still in the first half, decided if there's a time to be aggressive, now was it. Because there's still time to make up for it if things don't go right. Of course, a lot of questions on this one. And look, I want to go for it as much as anyone.
But 4th and long?
Yeah, I don't think I would have there. That one seems a little bit on the irrational side.
Fans might be a little angry at that one. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. So this brings up a 2nd and 2.
Now let's go. 56. Lucky 56. Watch it now, Barney.
They'll look to throw here. And his throw is incomplete.
Let's face it, you can run the route tree as many times as you want, get in sync, practice it, do all those things. But once you get to game speed, it doesn't always time up quite that well. That one goes incomplete.
They'll try to run for it with Miller. Spins by. Miller with a first down and more. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. A great play there with his second touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Lions are able to grow their lead. And it's good to make it 14-0. The punter Pinion now to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he will be taken down here as the first quarter of play will come to an end. Back here with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. We've had the kickoff to begin the first quarter. Now it's time for the second quarter kickoff as they take over here 1st and 10. Now a play fake here on first down. He's letting it fly for Cooks. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
This defense is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. They came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
Second and 10, he'll look to throw again. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle third. He couldn't catch it. Now third down. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
It's hauled in by Brandon Cooks. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. He'll drop to throw. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. Benjamin with it over the middle. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much as he's down to the 48. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it. Because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep two hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. Seventh play of the drive, forthcoming on 3rd and 8. Looking to throw. And that is incomplete. So now 4th down looming. Remember, these guys went for it on their last drive, but it didn't work out.
Yeah, even though it didn't work out, I would not be surprised at all if they went ahead and did it again.
You miss 100% of the shots you don't take.
Darn right.
So here we go. The offense is going to stay out there. They're going for it on 4th and 8.
Set. Green 39. Green.
And the wideout in motion. Back to throw here. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 37. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. So the first interception of his career under center, and you knew it was going to happen sooner or later.
It has to. And I know he feels like the world is just tumbling down at this moment, but there's got to be some veteran somewhere, some mentor that's going to tell him, hang in there, my man. Plenty more to come. Keep firing.
So the D-line's going to spread out. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Flush to his right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. This is caught inside the 15. It's a big play there for the Lions. 53 yards. And the young buck showing that ability, that agility to dance outside of the pocket, complete the deep ball. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. So they will accept the penalty and move forward.
Detroit! Set! Blue 90! Blue 90! No. Check! Patriot! Patriot! No. Check! Patriot!
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. The quick slant caught. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Extra point forthcoming.
That drive was quick and impressive. Almost like they had somewhere else they needed to be after the game.
And he'll bang that one through. The punter Pinion now to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. I don't care if you're taking it in round 1, you're undrafted, whatever. As a rookie quarterback in this league, you're going to have games where you face adversity like this.
Lessons. All the time you're going to face these lessons. The key for this guy is, will he be able to bounce back in the next one? Because right now, this has not been his game.
Detroit!
He'll look to throw. And Cooks has it over the middle. And he gets this one all the way up to the 40. A really nice gain of 25 yards. On play action, they'll throw. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
The one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. He'll try again with the arm here on second down. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Gary and Conley. And he will score. Touchdown, Lions. And a pick six extending this lead even further. And boy, it's been a while since I've seen a team struggle this badly in the first half.
I think all they want to do is get to the locker room, try and regroup, and come out to start the third quarter. But if things don't improve fast then, I think the backups get a lot of play in the second half.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. That's fielded in the end zone. And he is going to be knocked flat on his back. Oh, a big hit. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. Typically down in the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive. But they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they?
Yeah, normally, you know me. I mean, you've been around me for a while now, right?
Unfortunately.
I'm sorry about that. But normally, I'm the one preaching patience.
Yeah.
You know, take your time. First half, you still got a chance. I think they're out of patience here. This has to be a drive that gets a touchdown. So if you're the play caller, you're going to that portion of the sheet that says big-time plays, specials, anything you can use to get yourself back into it.
Play clock winding down. After the pick six, they go right back to the air. Forced out to his left. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on first down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable second and short.
And now here's a carry heading left. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to third down.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
Now a handoff here to his running back. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up fourth down. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. We'll come back to Ford Field after this. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. And to give this time to the tailback. And he is not going anywhere. They stop him for no gain. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Lions will get the football back in terrific field position. Really nice starting field position here for the offensive unit.
Here we go now. Watch it now, Barney.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. And he's got his man on the out route. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive...
He's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown. So we just witnessed touchdown number 1 for the Rook, and certainly that's a football he's going to want for the trophy case.
Yeah, this is one that you don't spike, right? This is one you don't throw to your teammate and let them celebrate. This is one you keep for yourself, take it over to the equipment staff, and have them mark it up, put it away, and then you get it later on, and as you said, mount it in your trophy case. Fantastic. Hopefully the first of many.
Time for our first check of the NFL scoreboard. And the Redskins there out to an early lead. I have a feeling that one's going to stay tight throughout. We'll continue to monitor. Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use...
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off at the 12, and he will bring it back. An interception return for a Lions touchdown. Now you start to feel sorry now for the young man throwing the football. This is really turning into a disaster.
Listen, it's baptism. All right, this is almost a rite of passage. This young in the league, go back and find a Hall of Fame quarterback and check their records for their first 2 years, especially if they started the bulk of the games. I bet you'll find double-digit interceptions on just about every one of them. They have to learn as they go along.
And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. Onto the field now come the Bears. And they gave up the pick 6, and now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now, as a quarterback, are you a little more cautious this go-around?
Here we go.
You should be, just because after what you gave up, but you can't be so cautious as to just really take things in, and now you're not going to play loose enough to give your team a chance to score. But you still have...
Now the pressure comes, and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. And no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
Man, that's just so difficult for them because just think about every single play. When you decide to throw the football, you're dealing with some of the best athletes on the planet. You talk about guys, if they weren't playing football, they'd be starring in the NBA at power forward. It's really a difficult task.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. He's going to look deep down the field. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. Past the 20, 10, touchdown, Chicago. A big play there, an even 90 yards. And the Bears are able to make things a bit more respectable.
Yeah, you heard it, right?
Exhale.
You heard the exhale, and I'm taking that from their bench because finally, right before the half, they find a way to get the ball in the end zone and get some points on the board. Maybe they can use that to kickstart them for the second half.
Yeah, just to get something before going into the lockers. And now in the second half, they can just tighten.
That's what they want to do, tighten down everything they're doing, and then maybe explode at the right time.
And Detroit getting set to go now. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Going deep for Hopkins. This is caught inside the 15. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. So they're operating in the red zone. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. Dumps it complete to Miller. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. They'll come out in the pistol. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Oh, and it's incomplete. That would have been big in the end zone if he could have held on. Instead, it's second down.
The way he's been slinging it in the first half, you expect everything he throws to go for a touchdown, but I guess he's going to have to wait to try and pick up that third, isn't he?
Yeah, I thought he had him for a second, but you're right, not to be. They'll set up to throw. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. And his kick is indeed good. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend as we send you down to our EA Sports Studios in Orlando, where we find our man Larry Ridley with our halftime report. Around the NFL, second quarter down in Tampa, and the Redskins there out to an early lead. That one tight to this point, and you'd have to imagine it'll stay tight throughout. What a spin. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. So here's the Bears offense now as they get set to start this third quarter. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never wanted to make something more important.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Gary and Conley. And he will bring it back. An interception return for the Lions touchdown. Oh, this has becoming tough to watch. I don't know that I've seen 3 pick sixes from the same quarterback in the same game.
And I know that many are going to scream at the coach about why did you let him stay out there to throw those. But truthfully, what are the odds that you're going to throw 3 pick sixes in a game? You want to leave them out there so they can work through some of the rough stuff.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else. Pass complete, but no gain.
No yards.
Yeah.
So you file that as unsuccessful.
Yeah, you do, don't you? Except on the stats, throwing the ball,
Get a completion.
you get a catch, but still,
No yardage.
Okay.
And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. So they try to swing it out left into the flat, complete, but really nice open field tackling.
And they played that one like a great boxer. They were on their toes on that one. They weren't back on their heels reacting to the play. No, they saw it, came right for it, and made a nice tackle for lost yardage.
Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. They'll try and throw for it here. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. 22 yards on the pickup there. And it'll be a Chicago first down. He'll look to throw. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
Well, the beauty of screen passes is they take a little time to develop, and they can often hit big, but sometimes they take too long to develop, and sometimes you get sacked.
Yeah, what's perfectly called for a defense to attack a screen?
Typically a blitz, and even though people think that the screen operates against the blitz, if you have the blitz called and you still cover the screen, now that allows your blitzers to get there.
A nice pickup there, 19 yards. And they're set up better for third. The Bears on third down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this third quarter as he'll go for it on 4th down. Time running out here on the play clock. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. And it is incomplete. A surprising move to go for it. Predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And the Lions will get the football back in terrific field position. They go play action here on 1st down. Going deep here for Watkins. And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, 2nd down.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Trying to force it to Hopkins, and it's intercepted. Eddie Jackson picks it.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
The Bears offense now getting ready to take over. And last time they were very fortunate, this offense. They went for it on fourth, turned it over in their own territory, but the other guys held up. They didn't give up any points.
So how about the guy with the #1 headset on the sidelines, the head coach? That was planned going into it, not necessarily to not get the first down or to have the defense have to hold
But he
up.
trusted his defense.
Trusted his defense very much, and I think that's how he's going to play this game. Go for it, be aggressive, because I've got the Wild Bunch backing me up over here on my own sideline.
Now we'll see what his offense can do. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. The turnover put them in great field position. They don't want to squander it with third down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
Back to throw. Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
Still just the third quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on fourth. Now this is incomplete. Boy, a real head scratch. There, and the Lions will get the football back in terrific field position. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. Well, the numbers have been good in the passing game, and a big reason why they have the lead, but now here, third quarter, maybe go to the run game a little more?
Yeah, perhaps. I mean, after that incompletion, a little credit to the defense for shutting them down on that play. Maybe you try and run the football a little bit more in this spot, but they have to feel good about how they've been throwing it overall.
So incomplete on first. Let's see what second down has in store. Pistol look, it's Miller. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
On the NFL scoreboard, third quarter now from Jacksonville. And the Jaguars have scored again, so they are in the driver's seat big time in that one. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will. Back to throw now on first down. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. So the defense has put them in a tough spot. It's second and long.
Here we go.
They'll set up a throw. And an alley to run. And he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. And give him 10 that time as he was able to get away from the pressure and get a nice gain.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
And he will score. Touchdown, Lions. It's their quarterback with now 3 Week 1 touchdowns. And the Lions just continue to pour it on. Now the extra point. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. The punter Pinion now to kick this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he will be taken down here on the return on what will wind up being the final play of this third quarter. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively.
Here we go.
They'll look to throw here. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Ryan Switzer, the one he was looking for. And that'll bring up second down. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by the Hall of Famer Larry Wilson. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran the wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
And a great spot to start this drive from here. Now a play fake here on first down. And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. I think all teams probably like seeing that schedule for the first time, looking at week 1. Oh, good, we're at home. This is why you want to be home in week 1. They're looking sharp.
And I agree with you totally. That's what you want, but there carries a little extra pressure with that as well, because you and I both know protecting the home field, winning your home games is paramount in this league. So you go into it, yeah, we want it, but now you actually have to go out and prove it.
Yeah, 2 sides to that coin, and looking like they're going to protect it here in this one. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll find some space up to about the 25. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. They'll run it now out of the gun. Now the ball comes loose. He finds an opening past the 40.
Wow. That ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. And he's going to bull his way forward to the 48. Give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. And nowhere really to go there. He'll take this up just shy of midfield. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a 4th down. A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Flushed it and hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. The Bears tried it on 4th down, unable to convert. And it'll be a turnover on downs.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. And the play goes for 19 yards. Gives him a new set of downs. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
On 2nd down, here's Miller. And some room to work. And he's going to be out of bounds down inside the 20. He got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets him a new set of downs.
Well, I'd say that run's pretty emblematic of what we've seen all day long. No matter what they've done on offense, this offensive line has controlled the line of scrimmage, giving them time to throw it, run it, do whatever they wanted. That's why there are points up on the board. And right now, the psyche of the offense, we're in control, and we can do whatever we feel like doing out here on the field.
A gain of 3, 2nd down.
That's it, baby.
Now it's 2nd and 7.
Watch it now, Barney. All right, here we go.
The slot man in motion right. shotgun. He'll look to throw. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
The Lions on third down. A perfect 4 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. They'll look to throw. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Eddie Vanderdoes able to disrupt yet another pass play, his 3rd sack of the afternoon. He'll drop to throw. Eluding the pressure. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. The Lions turned away on 4th down, and the Bears will get the football back. The Bears offense now gets set to head back onto the field. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in a game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward. Credit the secondary and credit the defensive game plan. They've been in his hip pocket all game long. They understood coming in that he was a big-time receiver.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. And now the Lions going to stop us momentarily as they call a timeout. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And the pressure gets to him again. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Here comes the Bears punter now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. This is taken at the 23. Nearly a huge return, as it is still a very good one. 24 yards, and the Lions will take over. Here's the Detroit offense now as they head back out onto the field. They have the dream scenario you hope for coming into the game. Just 1 kneel here, and this game should be over.
And it's always the final play of preparation each week. The practicing of the kneel-down formation, the victory formation. We've got a game in hand, and that's all they're going to want to do now. They'll put someone back deep just in case something goes haywire. But all in all, take the snap, kneel down, and shake hands. Yes, get out of there.
Going deep for Hopkins. Oh, he had 6 points in his hands there. Couldn't hang on. 2nd down. 4th quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. Now the Bears electing to call a timeout defensively. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Looks like he'll throw here. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And he gets us down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Just 2 yards to go here on 2nd down for the offense. He'll look to throw. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving. And he's certainly been a huge factor in this when he's got the 2 touchdowns to his credit. Now they look to him again. He picks up the first.
Yeah, I can hear everyone saying, well, why don't you cover him, double him, triple him, do what you have to do. But sometimes they get locked into such a groove and such a connection, it doesn't matter how many guys are in his area.
He certainly looks to be in that groove right now. They'll drop to throw. And this will be caught. Well, forget taking the knee. Some late gamesmanship here as they throw for a late touchdown.
You have fun with this one, partner?
I am. I mean, he's been fun to watch under center.
We always talk about, getting to the next level, right? When we see people get into the zone,